we going live? We are live on Facebook. I was just asking our son, are we going live? And my husband tapped me on my back. I'm like, what?
We're live. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Welcome to another edition of 7 with Marvie. Okay, we have one of our cook-alongers. The Websters are back. Yay. We're waiting on two others that I know are joining us today. Okay, so we're going to have a couple of minutes to kind of like allow them to come in.
How's everybody doing?
Allow them to come in.
I hope you're all doing okay. And I hope a few of you, even though you're watching through Facebook Live, welcome to 7 with Marvie. We'll be cooking along or bookmarking this recipe. It's an excellent couple of recipes that my wife is going to be teaching all of us today.
I am teaching it. So,
and I'm helping.
Here's the deal. We're all going to make mistakes together, okay? That's what's unique about this cooking class. We can all make mistakes and it's fine.
So what are we cooking today?
That's how we learn, okay? We are doing actually a braised pork dish that's Vietnamese inspired, okay?
Okay.
So the marinade is Asian. Cool. And if you know Asian dishes, I'm sure a lot of you do. Asian dishes are very flavorful. Kind of like your soul food, right, Amica? Very flavorful. That's what it is. And we're actually doing a much better dessert. I'm not going to say healthy necessarily, but a much better one. Our almond butter brownies. Okay?
So we go savory and sweet tonight.
Yes, every time.
Hi, Darren and Twanda. They're here.
Yes.
Although we don't see them yet, but I see.
There
they are.
There you are.
Hello.
Okay, so everybody's here almost. We're just waiting on the Licton Walters. But here, we're going to jump right in because these past couple of weeks, we've been trying to feature braised dishes, and braising is actually a long process. If you were not with us last week, I tried explaining what braising is. Braising is cooking your meat, first of all, searing it at a much higher temperature. You sear it. So you kind of like putting the juices inside, you keep it inside, but you don't necessarily cook the meat thoroughly with the searing. So after searing your meat, you kind of stew it or cook it at a much lower temperature for a longer time. That's what braising is, okay? So, but because we're within an hour period, come on, Amika, because you're using your traditional way of cooking this, you really need to grab your Saladmaster so I don't have to keep teaching you the long way of doing this, okay? Every single time. I'm going to tell you, you most likely are not going to finish within the hour. You're going to have to cook this longer, but that's fine, okay? You have to preheat your oven now to 475 degrees. This is how you're going to sear your ribs, okay? Now, Tawanda, you're going to preheat your EOC to 450 now. Yes. All right. While we're waiting on the Licton Walters, please preheat everything. We've been preheating our brazier pan on our one burner cooktop.
Yeah, so today we're not using our EOC. We're actually using this mini brazier pan by Saladmaster.
Right. You guys know, right? You know why we keep using this, at least recently? Because this is our limited edition cookware from Saladmaster for the month of October. And somebody will get a chance to get this. You will have a chance to get this today. It's a 4.5 quart mini brazier pan.
Yay! Come on, be excited. You get a chance to win a mini brazier pan.
Right? Yes.
Come on,
okay.
Happy dance.
So while we're preheating everything, grab your meat. And the first thing you're going to do is season your meat individually, like one at a time. Make sure you rub it really well with salt and pepper. Okay, honey?
Okay.
Go for it.
Let me just open our Facebook to see if have we actually gone live.
I think we have.
Is that your 9-inch too,
I
Marvie?
know, Francesca. I wonder if Francesca got to share it.
Is that your 9-inch that you're heating up to?
almond butter brownies. Yes. Yes. Typically, when we bake anything on the stovetop, it's always the 9-inch because that's the perfect size for one serving for a family of 4 to 6.
Okay.
Okay, Tawanda. And I always consider the fact that you're cooking with me, and I know you have that. So it's always your 9-inch.
So we have our 4 pounds of short ribs. Okay, cut into individual rib pieces, but
So
they're short.
season it now
Salt and pepper.
with salt and pepper according to your taste. Okay. Salt and pepper. Now, I want to make mention while we're waiting at everybody. You know, I just realized we actually have a lot of people watching us from Dubai, from UAE. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and dropping by every time. I don't know how you do it because we have a huge time difference. So I guess you're watching it on replay or something. But welcome, welcome to every one of you from UAE. We get hundreds of views from UAE, which is kind of crazy. I do want to make mention. I apologize for doing pork today, but please make note and take note of the recipe because you can actually use this for your kosher beef, okay? Because I know a lot of you guys don't do pork. I apologize. I'm going to try to keep remembering that, but you can use the same recipe for beef, okay? And even chicken. So those are your substitutions or alternatives. Okay?
Yep. Okay.
So season and then rub really well.
Okay.
We're going to rub really well. All right.
So I'm gonna put on my gloves, but I'm just gonna tell our daughter to share the show on our page really quick.
Oh. If you have no idea, but this is a family affair for us. We're a family of 4 and everybody is doing something on Sundays. Everyone's involved. Our son is doing the cameras remotely and he's trying to manage all of that for us, spotlighting and everything. And then our daughter is trying to share the cooking class on our page and anywhere else. Currently, we only just stream through Facebook, but please be on the watch out because pretty soon we're also going to try to do this simultaneously on YouTube. Okay?
For those who do want to be included in the possible selection for a winner for the Fraser Pan, please stay, okay? You know that we have a couple of people who would just normally drive by and just glance.
Stop by.
Yeah, I hope you
which is great.
Stay a bit longer and watch parts of the show. Thank you very much. But you all have a chance to win. Please hit the like button or a heart button and give us a comment if you have any.
Yes, please do that. Okay, are you guys okay? Are your ovens preheated well at this point? Amika, is it done? Not yet. You're good, Tawanda? Okay, so what we're gonna do next is Amika, grab your baking dish, whatever it is that you're using, and then line up your ribs. Make sure that they're like on one level. Don't layer it, okay? Make it fit as much as you can. And what you're gonna do is you're going to sear your ribs at 475 degrees in your oven, 10 minutes each, because after the first 10 minutes, you're gonna flip it and turn it to the other side to make sure you sear the other side too. So 10 minutes on each side at 475 degrees in your oven. Tawanda, lower it now to 425 and we're gonna start searing our meat, okay?
Okay.
Make sure it touches the bottom of your pan, okay? Is it hot enough, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we don't have an overhead camera today because our gooseneck kind of gave up on us.
It gave up on us and we didn't realize until we were about to start.
So Yeah, you'll see parts of it. See
Can you
those?
see it somehow? We're making sure we're laying it down, okay? One layer. And then Tawanda, in your EOC, the way you sear it, it's going to be like 4 minutes on each side. So you're gonna like turn it as well. Okay.
If you all notice, we didn't use any oil. Okay.
No oil. I'm sprinkling some water. See, this is all I'm doing. See, ta-da! To help my meat not stick too much. But if you're not familiar with yet, it's the Saladmaster way of cooking. As much as possible, we minimize the use of cooking oil. All right? Because the meat that we use a lot of times already have oil in itself. There you go.
You're just sprinkling some waters.
Yeah, I'm just like sprinkling like with a...
Marvie, do I use just water too, or should I put oil?
No, I will do it dry. If you want to put some oil in it, you just do brush it with some oil, or you just spray very little. Okay? So in effect, Tamika, the way you're searing your meat in the oven is roasting. You're roasting it to brown it, okay? And roasting is dry cooking at a high temperature. All right? So we'll do this on 4 minutes on each side, okay? So while we're waiting on our meat to brown, and while we're searing that, we're gonna now proceed. We're going to proceed to our almond butter brownies. Cool? Are you making the brownies today, Tawanda? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, you're frozen. Tawanda was like, "Zoop, frozen."
I'm here, yes, making brownies.
Unfreeze yourself. There you go. All right. Here's the first thing we're going to do with our brownies, Amita. So do you have your oats? I said rolled oats of your choice. Put it in your processor because we're actually going to process this. We'll pulverize our oats. Your half cup oats, put it in a processor, okay? And we'll process this until it's as fine as you can get it to be. All right? I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm going to my food processor, which is on my right side. And here's my husband to talk to you. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's checking
I checked Facebook. So, hi, Roy and Julie. So you're cooking with us the traditional way today, right? So I hope you heard those instructions for Amika. Okay. I don't know if it cut off, but yeah, you have to preheat your. You have to use your oven at 475, right? Because you're going to be using that to sear your pork ribs.
Yes, it's how you'll brown it first, okay? 10 minutes on each side at 475.
Okay, so how long for per side again?
5.
Okay.
4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, honey. You can cover our pan slightly. Oh, because you don't want it to water out. Can you see that? There you go.
Should I close mine too, chat?
No, we're not closing it.
It's
you
not.
see?
It's like.
It's big ajar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Only to preserve the heat.
All right. So while you're turning and searing your meat here, I have. Do you have your processed oats? Perfect. Okay. Now the next thing you're gonna do, set it aside. Your almond butter. Right? Grab a bowl or a small thing. Where's your almond butter? Is your almond butter softened?
It says creamy. It says creamy.
Yeah,
It's
but
very creamy?
It's not from the fridge, right? So it's soft.
No, it's not from the fridge.
Okay, but even if it's at room temperature, Softened almond butter means kind of like almost liquefied. Okay? If you've done this with me in the past, what that would mean is here, get a small pan, the smallest that you have, put the cup of almond butter in there. At the low heat, you're going to stir your almond butter until it's so much softer. Because you will see that even at room temperature, this is not the softest it can get. Okay? So I'm going to grab a small pan as well to do that with.
Okay, hi to Celeste. Hi to Mommy and Daddy for watching with us. I do see a few more people who gave a thumbs up, but it disappears as soon as you give the thumbs up. So don't worry, our daughter Francesca is taking note of your presence.
So here, do you see this? Okay. I think my cameraman will be able to somehow show this to you. This is something I love about my Saladmaster. Look at that. It will hold my lid. Ta-da! So T, you can use your 1 quart for this. For softening your almond butter, okay?
Marvie, a cup of almond butter?
Yes, it's a whole cup of almond butter.
Okay.
So
We're
that
using
means,
peanut butter. You want us to do the same with that?
what?
We're using peanut butter. You want us to do the same with that?
Yeah, you have to soften it still.
Okay.
Right? And Tiwanda, your peanut butter, typically, it's a lot drier than your almond butter. So guess what? You're going to need like some sort of milk. So grab a couple of tablespoonfuls of your milk because you're going to have to add it to your peanut butter because peanut butter tends to be a lot drier than your almond butter. It is not as oily as an almond butter, right?
So finally, I got into our page. So hi to Don and Steve. Apparently, they're cooking with us through Facebook Live, just like Roy and Julie are.
Oh.
So send us a message if you have a question, Don, okay? Because we won't be able to audibly hear you. You're not on Zoom with us.
Aw. Okay, for those of you who are cooking with us or have cooked with us on Zoom, we use the same details, okay? So if we gave you the meeting ID one time, it's the same over and over. Same password over and over, okay? In case you want to switch and join us on Zoom because Don and Steve, you might have a hard time asking us the questions. And I like having Steve with us. He was so much fun last week. He's a joker.
So there's a few more people. Antoinette, Rowena, Mavic.
Hello.
Hi to all of you. Crystal and Chinky Barakias. Thanks for dropping by. Today we're doing braised pork short ribs and almond.
Vietnamese style.
Is it called almond butter brownies? That's what it's
Almond
called.
butter brownies.
Yep.
But our friend Tuwanda went rogue and did the butter.
So you see it browned already on one side, so I'm flipping them over now.
Yes. Make sure you get a really nice brownie, okay? Honey, if we can get it a little bit more brown than that, that would be better.
Okay.
So everyone, we are going to try to finish our braised ribs as much as we can within the hour. In an off chance that we don't finish it, because braising is, I keep saying this, it's a lot longer than any type of cooking, but with the Saladmaster cooking system, it's actually cut into almost half. It's shorter. Like we do 2.5 hour recipes and we do it for an hour and a half, right? That's a significant amount of time cut. So here, I'm putting my almond butter. Can you see this, Mikael? Can you please try to spotlight? Where's our sun?
I think we're probably pinned on here.
Oh, we're pinned. That's true. That's why we can't see ourselves again. I have to unpin ourselves. But do you see this? Our almond butter is in a small saucepan so we can soften it. Okay, this is how you soften your almond butter. Why do we have to soften it? Because you want to liquefy it enough that you can mix it with all your other ingredients. So Obviously, this is how this dessert is so much better, okay? Because it's going to be higher in protein content than your typical stuff. And we're not using flour, so this is actually gluten-free. The oats that I used is actually gluten-free. I'm not sure about Amika. Amika, did you use gluten-free flour or oats? No?
No, it's just regular.
Okay. I'm trying to soften my almond butter and then I realized, oops, I haven't plugged it in. Sorry. So I'll be behind. Soften it, soften it. When it's soft enough already, what you need to do is start mixing in all your other ingredients. Okay? At low heat. One at a time. The first thing is please add your cocoa first, okay? One at a time. The first thing you add is your cocoa powder.
Okay. Hi, Ben. Thanks
This.
for dropping by.
Then let me unpin ourselves.
And hi, Leia, as well. Thanks for joining.
My husband is trying to say hi to everybody. There you go.
Our meat is ready.
Your meat is ready?
Thank you.
Who is that?
Maybe flip it once.
You already flip it once. Is it brown already? T, you want to show us how brown it is?
You want to make sure it's brown enough because if not,
Yeah, no, higher, a little bit higher.
who's with you
Oh,
today? Is that
there.
Darren?
Yes, it's browned already. That's great. Okay, so now they're ready for steps.
Okay.
For the next step.
So the next step is what you're going to do is please just put together all your marinade in a bowl first. You know all your other ingredients except for the scallion that is optional. Put them all together in a bowl and you'll simply add it to your seared meat.
So mix everything.
Yeah.
All.
Yes.
100%. So what we got here?
Everything.
We got for those in Facebook Live, 2 tablespoons of your regular or soy sauce of choice. We got some oyster sauce or fish sauce. We got sweetener of choice, 2 tablespoons. Just 1 tablespoon of the oyster sauce. We got I don't know how to show this camera. Oh, it's over there. Ginger.
Oh, Mikael, can you please go to that?
And then we have this. We have 3 tablespoons of garlic, and then our shallots. Okay. Oh, there, we're back. So this is the optional ingredient that we said. We got our green onions or scallions for garnishing later on.
And we're gonna get some of our cilantro that's by our windowsill. All right, so is everybody okay? Oh, I wish I can see how Dawn and Steve are doing. I'm missing the Licton Walters today. All right.
You say add everything else to your.
Yeah, mix it in a bowl separately, and then you drop it in, right?
Yes, and then you just drop it in tea. Okay. Let me know when you're ready to drop in everything, and I'll tell you what else to add.
For your cookie stuff, are you adding everything else?
No, the first thing is the cocoa, right? So when your butter is softened like mine, Mikael, can you switch again? I'm sorry, son. We're gonna have to keep switching cameras really fast today, okay? Look, I'm just gonna put in all my cocoa, 6 tablespoonfuls of cocoa. And then I'll mix that in with my almond butter. Go slow because it's gonna fly all over, yeah? T, did you add your milk?
The seasoning smells so good because of the ginger and the. Yep.
So do you see this? Okay, let me remove my lid for now. And then as soon as you've mixed your cocoa with the peanut butter or almond butter, you then add in your sweetener of choice. Ta-da! Your sweetener of choice, just so you can thin it out. And then You can simultaneously drop in. Are you following me on your almond butter thing, Anika? We're dropping in our oats.
Oh, wow.
Mine is my gluten-free oats. And you can actually substitute this with any flour that you have at home if you don't have oats.
So for Darren and Tuanda, when they put the sauce for the short ribs, do they cover it, and at what temperature?
All right. Darren, Tuanda, are you there? Let's do this with you, okay? Here's what I need you to do. So you have your marinade, right? I need you to add 1/2 cup of water to it.
One half cup?
Yes. 1/2 cup of water. I did not put it in your ingredient list because I thought, you're going to have water at home. It actually smells okay.
It's browned okay now.
Okay, so I'm still mixing this on my stovetop.
I still need more time with this one.
Amika, are you done with your ribs?
Did you say 1/2 cup?
Yes,
okay.
Please. 1/2 cup water. We're going to thin out our marinade before we pour it into our meat. Okay? Is everyone following along? So I'm mixing this. You can also use a whisk. If you notice, there's a bit of a texture to it, right? That's because of our nut butter. And I actually did not pulverize my oats. As I did not do it too fine because I actually like a bit of a texture.
Okay.
This one.
Hi to Auntie Heidi. Hi to Demi. Happy birthday once again, friend. Thanks for joining us. I wonder if you're cooking along or you're just learning the recipe.
Yes. Okay, and then last thing for our almond butter brownie, your 1/8 teaspoon of salt, right? You don't have to add vanilla, but if you have some vanilla at home and you would want to add some, please feel free to do that as well. All right, now here, what are we gonna do with this mixture now? Is everyone following along? Tuanda, are you good? Hi, Sky. There's my favorite participant. This is my favorite cook-alonger. Hi, Sky. Sky, how old are you again? I always forget how old you are. I am so sorry.
She's 7.
How old are you? 7?
7, yeah.
Are you 7? Yeah? Okay, you're 7. I keep thinking you're only 5. You're stuck at 5 in my mind. Hi, Sky. Okay, now, Sky, you're going to love this again. So after you mix this all together, now we are going to bake it here. So you see, Amika, I'm going to use again with our Saladmaster stuff, I'm using the 9-inch regular pan. So you are going to use whatever you have, a round 8-inch or a square 9-inch, okay? So spray it down a little bit with whatever spray you have. Okay, and then transfer the batter. And you're going to bake that later at 325. So now this is the challenge because if you have only one oven and you are actually going to use your oven for both, right? You won't be able to do your almond butter brownie until you're done braising your meat, right? So this is one advantage of using the Saladmaster cooking system because we can bake on the stovetop, right? So that's the only big difference as well, Amika. Cool? So here,
yeah, so
I'm transferring.
Dawn and Steve, I know you're using baby back ribs. So as soon as those ribs are browned, I assume you've cut them separately, right? As soon as those are browned and you've already mixed all your the seasoning together, along with 1/2 cup of water, then you could pour it in now into the EOC, right? And start the braising. Braising
Right.
process.
Now the braising process is going to be in your EOC at 350 degrees.
Mm-hmm. So T, did you hear that? 350 degrees, okay? For the EOC.
350 degrees, cover it. And then I'll tell you what you do when the vapor valve starts clicking. So now here, I transferred my almond butter batter. It's butter. I'm just using my spatula to make sure it's even at the bottom. All right. I'm just smoothing it out, okay? And then we're baking this. Amika, please take note of your temperature. Your almond butter brownie, you're baking at 325 degrees later, traditionally, for 30 minutes. Okay? And then what you can do is you can add, if you want, some chocolate chips on top, which I am actually going to do. All right. So I'm just gonna get like a handful of the chips. This is gonna be about 1/4 of a cup. All right. There you go.
Marvie,
Yes. Yes. Somebody was asking something, and I'm gonna press it down. See, I'm gonna press down my chocolate chips. Ta-da! And I'm going to bake this at medium low. I'm gonna lower my temperature now for 20 minutes. There you go.
So we have.
Al, can you please put the camera back on us?
We have few new people: Reddy Chua and Erica Randall, and Eric Escobar.
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
Erica is part of the sisterhood. My friends who are very close to each other. I love the relationship.
So because I'm using a very small induction stove, I'm still trying to make sure that they all brown really nicely, okay? So I have to cycle and move some to the middle so that they get the opportunity to get the heat as well. Yeah.
This, what we're using is not very high in temp. That's why, Amika, I think you're way ahead. Is your braised meat already in there with your marinade?
In 2 minutes.
In 2 more minutes. Okay, perfect. There you go. We're browning this really well. Tuwanda, yours is already in, right? You're good? All right.
yes.
Yes. So ours is still like, do you see? We did not use oil at all, but if you see our pan right now, I wish we had a camera over it. Oh, you know what? I can use my phone. What do you think?
But we're on Facebook as well. Hi, Maisel.
Oh.
Thanks for joining.
Hi,
And
Eric
Susie.
Escobar.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of this real quick because I want to show you how with the Saladmaster way of cooking, we did not use oil. I just kept trying to sprinkle some water early on, but the meat has its natural oil, and this is now being seared in its natural oil. All right, but I'll try to show you because we out of cameras at this point. I want to show you real quick. You're gonna see my face first. Here we go. See, it's my face. Mikael, can you please spotlight my phone? Did you see this? There. Do you see all the oil that we're browning and searing our meat on? We did not add any cooking oil. All right? Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna leave for now. There you go. We're trying to be creative here in showing you what's going on. Is everybody following on? Ooh, it smells good, honey.
It smells good. Yeah.
Actually, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Okay, so is this brown enough? You want me to start adding the mixture now?
Yes. Now we are also going to add our mixture. So the difference is,
that's how brown it has become.
Amika, so from 475, when your 2 minutes is up, you add your marinade and you're going to lower your temperature to 375. Okay? And here's the other thing. I'm trying to debate on this. Am I going to make you use foil or not? Because I don't know if you guys have heard, using aluminum foil, especially at a much higher temperature, is actually a no-no. It's not good. Okay? So, are we going to make them use foil or not? Yes, no, yes, no.
Well, we haven't used foil in 2 years, so I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, just don't use foil, Amika. You're just going to have to cook this longer. So at 375, after you add your marinade on one side, do that for 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, flip it to the other side and do another 20. Okay?
Okay. So I've added our seasoning. Okay. And the ingredient list was in our invite. Again, there was some soy sauce there, some oyster sauce, some sweetener, some garlic, some scallions, and some...
Oh, we used oyster sauce, not fish sauce?
You can use fish sauce as well. And
Ooh, I would have liked fish sauce.
Oh, and ginger. I did add 2 tablespoons of ginger. I'm going to close this now. And we're going to keep this for how long?
So we're going to keep the lid on until it starts clicking. Right, Tawanda? Do you have your lid on with your marinade now? When it starts clicking, you lower it to 350.
I think it's already at 350. Just think about it down.
It was at 350. 250?
Has it started clicking?
Yes. Yes.
Your vapor valve? No. What you do is we're going to force the evaporation and cooking of this as well. Do you remember? Oh, you were not here last week. We're going to force the evaporation by opening your lid halfway. You know how, not halfway, like a little bit of a crank. You know, like you're cooking, like frying chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, so that,
okay, so keep it at 350.
So that the air can circulate. Yep. And it can evaporate your liquids.
Yes. So keep it at 350, and then Darren, you can time it. After you open your lid, 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, put it on the other side, another 10 minutes. Okay? And your ribs will be done.
Marvie?
Yes?
Do you see them?
No, I don't. Let me see. Yes. Yes, that's brown enough. Perfect. Now you can add your marinade. You seared your meat really well. All right? Okay, so everything is cooking. I have my almond butter brownie baking right here. Let me just move this to the middle. Oop, I better be careful because it's hot.
Hi to Esther Wong. Thank you for checking this out. We're making braised short ribs, pork short ribs. And we are in the braising process now. And Marvie is also in the process of preparing the...
I'm actually baking some almond butter brownie on the stovetop without using the big oven. All right?
So both, we're just using stovetop things. And this is the one that we're giving away later on. So make sure you drop a comment, okay? Hit that like button, drop a comment so that you can be included for a possible selection.
Yes. Now, I want to make mention, just so you know, how you get this is not necessarily like it's going to be just given to you for free. There is some qualifications to claim it, which is very minimal, okay? If you understand what this thing can do, you will receive an email to make you understand that. But we are going to choose the person who can actually get the chance to claim it, okay? So it's more like a claiming process rather than a straightforward, you got it. Okay?
But
so,
you understand,
full disclosure.
You understand later when we in the email, it does come with lifetime warranty. So that's why there's a process to it as well.
Right. So here, can you hear that?
It's clicking.
Yes. So now that ours is also clicking, our vapor valve system, we are going to do exactly what Darn and Tawanda did. Open it slightly. There you go. And then we're going to time it for 10 minutes and we're going to flip it to the other side for another 10. Okay? And by that time, you will see that your marinade has completely gone down. Okay? All right. Is there any other question from amongst everybody? I wish I can see Dawn and Roy and Julie. We have several people cooking with us right now, which is always fun. Now, somebody may be asking, Marvie, can I do that with ribs of beef ribs? Definitely. The same exact procedure, okay? The way you even sear your meat, even the temperature. The difference is going to be in the slow cooking, in the stewing. It will take much longer to stew your beef cuts, okay? How much longer? In the oven? Like 2 hours. For it to really get to the point where it's like fall off the bone and really like flavorful. I don't know how else to describe it, okay? But if you were using the EOC or the bracer pan like we were doing, instead of the 20 minutes, 10 on each side, with the beef, it's going to take about 20 to 30 on each side. So it's half the time when you're doing it traditionally in the big oven, okay? And the difference is every time. With our cooktop cooking, almost every time, right? We hardly preheat. We preheated the sear. That's it.
Oh yeah, we preheated because we wanted to start on the dot. We only have an hour. I do see Tessie has joined us. Tessie is a regular viewer through Facebook Live.
Hi, Tessie.
And she normally cooks our recipes in the middle of the week. She goes back to them and then she prepares it and then gives us feedback. So thanks for that.
Right. And then I want to encourage you, in as much as we're trying to teach you what bracing is like and certain marinades or sauces for bracing, because while the technique is the same, what makes bracing recipes different from one to another is always going to be the marinade, honey, the sauce. So last week, I will highly recommend you go back to that recipe. The way we did the turkey legs, I'm very picky when it comes to turkey. I kid you not. I'm so sorry to say this, but I used to eat only fried turkey. Because no matter how much you try to add stuffings into the oven baked ones, I just find it bland. So I've always liked turkey fried until we learned how to braise them, at least just the legs. Okay, not the whole thing, but the legs. Go back to it because you know how it tasted like, honey. How did it taste? Tell them.
So obviously the main ingredient we used was paprika. For some of you, you use smoked paprika. And that really seeped into the turkey leg. So it brought about this flavor that makes it taste like chorizo.
Yes.
So it's turkey leg with a chorizo taste, and yet
Yes.
it's fresh. It's baked fresh. It's a whole food, right? So it's pretty good. And then it was fall off the bone. What we did was we couldn't even finish. We cooked only 4 legs.
We can't finish the 4
Couldn't
legs.
finish
They're
it. And so
ginormous.
we shredded them, right? And then we're gonna make them crispy, and then we're gonna fry. Yep. Can you hear us now? Okay. We got muted by accident. Okay, there's a question, Darren. Go live so we could hear the question.
How long do you cook the brownies?
Oh, on your stovetop with a Saladmaster way of doing it, 25 minutes on medium low. 20 to 25. But this is almost done. The key to the almond butter brownie after you bake this, the key to this one, Tawanda, is you want to make sure you cool it down for about half an hour before you slice into it, because it's going to firm up some more with cooling down. So Sky, tell Sky, don't dig into it at once. Be patient.
Otherwise, it'll be like a pie or a dump cake, you know.
Yes. You can also eat it that way. I won't mind, right?
With ice cream.
With
Yeah,
some
definitely.
cream. Ooh.
Oh, I just remembered. So, even though we're cooking these savory dishes, right, and excellent dessert, I'm actually on the Daniel plan. And while I'm on the Daniel plan, I learned so many recipes
If you guys don't know what that is,
that
honey,
are
what is that? They
amazing. So
don't know
the
what that
Daniel
is.
plan is after this character in the Bible, right? Where the king mandated that every one of them eat a certain type of diet, but he said no. I'll just do vegetables, and he ended up becoming the strongest in that particular kingdom. And so the concept of the Daniel plan is to go back to plant-based food, okay, and you cook everything from scratch as long as it grows from the ground, or you pick it up from under the ground and you can cook it. And you can also cook some certain meats as long as they're lean. They're 98% lean. And then you also have to cook it fresh, okay? It cannot be like from a frozen state or from a marinated or like preserved state.
Right.
So anyway, if you're interested in those recipes, we might feature them in our future shows because they really are amazing. So I've cut out sugar and gluten and what else? All kinds of gluten, sugar, and anyway, there's a bunch of things that were taken out. And it's great. I only drink water as well, but it's about to end 3 days from now, so I'll be able to taste this again.
He's raring to be able to go back to his
I know.
usual.
Every time Marvie cooks this wonderful dishes, I'm like, well, I can't have that right now.
All right. So are we able to flip this at this point, honey?
Not yet. 3 more minutes.
We have 3 more minutes on one side of this. So I think we're, like I predicted, we're going to go through the hour of this cooking class without being able to finish our bracing, but it's close enough to the end that you will be able to see how it's turning out. Okay? Cool. Anything else? Is everybody okay and able to follow along? So we're going to pick the person who can claim this, our 4.5 quart mini bracer pan, okay? In about 5:55 is when I normally do it. Kind of like.
So again, send a comment right now. Hi to Rona and Koi. Thanks for dropping by.
Hi, Koi in
I see your
Canada.
waves.
Hi.
Joy Manuel Lacuesta. Okay. Joy Comilan. Mia David. Bev Ozan. Hello, Bev.
Hi, Bev.
Michelle Hickman. Elizabeth Rogers. Irina, Marita, Esther. So many new people. So again, if you're new, we're 7 with Chad Marvie. We cook with only 7 ingredients or less. Within the hour, we cook live along with you, so you can ask questions.
We simplify dishes. We experiment even with our own recipes. We try to pare it down to 7, so it's doable for most of us. Okay, and so we can make these things on a weekly basis, not just for special occasions. Now, let me tell you, next week. Do you want to know what we're making next week? What are we making next week, honey? This is kind of difficult, you guys. A lot of times we have like, we kind of know how to cook several stuff, but then we're always like, it's work to kind of think about what will you guys like, right? So please, okay?
Send us suggestions too, right?
Here I am again. Can you please send us some suggestions or requests, okay? Just bear in mind that whatever it is that you're requesting for us to do, we're going to simplify that to have only 7 ingredients or less.
Yeah, I don't know if you were able to see our show 2 weeks ago. We did a Malaysian-inspired dish, right?
Rendang inspired.
But we only use 7 ingredients, coming from a recipe with 20 ingredients or so. So if you have a favorite dish, but that's too elaborate for you, send it over to us. We'll try to learn it and we'll try to simplify it. It's time to flip over the meat. But also, if you just joined us again, please send
Here
us
we
a
go.
message so that you can be included for the possible selection of a winner of this mini bracer pan that we're using for our braised short ribs.
Yum, looking yummy.
Okay, so
All
you want
right.
me to flip and
You
wanna...
flip, and then I'm
Mhm.
gonna do the camera again. I want to
Okay.
show you what it looks like every time. Okay, so I'm gonna join you on Zoom again, just so I can use my phone as a camera. Sorry, you guys. We're gonna try to figure this out for next week.
Yeah, we normally have more than 2 cameras.
There you go.
Again, we had to retire one of our gooseneck holders just a few minutes ago.
It gave up on us. I think I've been bending it forward, backward, sideways too much. I broke the base. Do you see this? This is how our braised beef is turning out. All right. Yum.
So in about...
So you just make sure every side of your ribs actually is able to touch or be submerged in the marinade.
Our marinade is actually evaporating pretty well.
Right. Hey, you guys, I want to show you something. Do you see that? Do you see that? Ta-da! Oops. Do you see that? Our lid is being held by one of the handles. Do you see its handle? I don't know how I'm using my camera, honey.
Okay.
There. Do you see that handle?
Here's with the Saladmaster pot. Basically, you don't need to find a separate holder for your cover. You just insert it between the handle and the pan, and there it stays there.
I don't know. I
There.
don't know how to use my camera. This thing is.
Just look at the screen. That's why.
There you go. See, pretty cool, huh?
And if you notice the rim, yeah, it's smooth, right? So later on, when you pour it into a serving dish, no spills at all.
How is your food smelling over there? I need that one. You have to flip it on that side. Darren, is it smelling really good in your home?
I think I flipped all
Okay.
now because they
Okay.
look brown.
We can put it back. We're wanting to make sure that every single piece is going to be flavorful, being cooked in the marinade. Do you see that? Okay, so here, I'm gonna leave again. And oops, what happened? Oh, there. Mikael, are you okay? Okay.
No, it's because whenever we shift.
Is it us?
Yeah, it's us.
Oh, sorry.
Whenever we shift cameras, our front screen.
Oh,
also
look at that. Darren,
flips
Mikael,
over.
can you please spotlight the Williamses? I want to see the ribs. Do you see that? And now, ooh.
Wow. That's what your EOC can do, everybody. That's awesome. Wow, Darren.
I'm going to your house.
Darren and T, that's amazing. We wanted to use our EOC today, but we also wanted to feature the bracer pan, so we had to choose. Oh, very cool. Thanks.
Awesome. That looks really good. I'm excited for you guys to taste that. I think you'll have time to taste it. But okay, let me announce next week. Give us requests for the future, but next week we're going to do this for sure. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you have to watch this because I am going to share with you my secret recipe for quinoa that, okay, I used to make this a lot. 7 years ago, almost like every few days, okay? And I just realized, I was telling my husband, you know, we really like quinoa, especially this recipe.
That's what I took out. From the Daniel plan, I took out all rice. So that's why we've been cooking quinoa.
Yes, and then I thought, you know, there's this recipe that everybody loves, including our kids, okay? Because it's really good, you guys. I haven't made it for 7 years because I realized a few days ago, this was my father's favorite thing.
There's too many memories attached to it, but it's an amazing dish.
When my father was diagnosed with cancer right before he passed away and he stayed with us, he kept asking for this dish particularly. And I think I kind of buried it at the back of my mind because there's so much memory. But anyway, I made it again recently, and I'm going to be generous and share it with you.
It's a great dish, you know, and
but you're gonna have to say it's Marvie's recipe, okay?
Just
Anyway.
like the Valenciana and the paella. Yeah,
Yes.
those have been heavily
So
simplified by
please, please come join us for next week on Sunday for that one, because that is one quinoa that you're gonna want to make a big batch of. You're gonna want to keep going back to that because you can eat it as it is, even with just like a sunny side up egg on the side. I'm not
That'll be
kidding.
like first watch.
That'd be so good.
So these are Roy and Julie. Thanks for sending us the pictures. This is
Oh,
how
look
theirs
at
are turning
that.
out.
See? It's almost done. It looks so yummy. You all's dishes are so good, but Julie is a great cook. Julie is a great cook, right?
Yep.
So,
Thanks for sending those, Roy. Awesome.
oh, it's 5:56. It's time to choose the person, honey. While I'm doing that, you want to just turn this over. I want to show you. If your almond butter brownie is done, please go ahead and show us how yours turned out. Ours is done, and my honey is going to show you. Well, I pick the person for our bracer pan.
Okay. All right, so this is also gonna hold, by the way, like that, just like the other pan. See? Oh, I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, this cover is yeah, the way they designed this thing, it's great because it's a holder for the cover as well. So do you see the? I wonder what camera we're using. Okay, there you go. There's our almond butter brownie, and I'm gonna flip it over to this plate, and hopefully I'll be successful. Oh yeah, I did it. Awesome. Okay, so there's your, there's the brownie. But again, as Marvie said, we will have to cool this so that it firms up even more. So we won't eat it right away. We have to cool it down for about 15 minutes, right?
Yes. Oh, what happened?
Well, I flipped it over, but then it was at the curved end.
My husband is not a good flipper. All right.
I only
So-
flip homes, not brownies.
Okay. So 5:58. I just chose the winner. Do we have drum rolls? You really need to come up with like a good, better sound effect.
If anyone
Okay.
has a MIDI file of a drum roll, send it to us.
Yes, please. But hey,
Oh,
I'm
no.
so happy it's you.
They have their brownie done.
Ooh.
Roy
Tell us
and
how you
Julie.
think. Tell us how
Awesome.
you like it, okay?
Mhm.
But here, the winner and the person who's going to claim the mini bracer pan next is Cassie Pat.
Oh, Tessie,
Nelson.
finally, it's your turn.
She's been hoping to
She's
win
been
it.
like, I want to win this, I
Yay!
want to win this, I want to win this. Well, you just won it. Congratulations.
Yes. So Tessie, please give us your email address so we can send you the details on how you can claim your 4.5 quart mini bracer pan. All right. Perfect. Okay. Now we're about to sign up. It's a minute
Join
before
us
sign
next
up.
week if you want to win.
Thank you so much. So next week it's going to be the phenomenal quinoa recipe. You're not gonna want to miss that. And I think we're gonna pair it up with some salmon. And next weekend, okay, here I'm gonna announce it to you. Can you tell I'm a big brownie girl? But next Sunday, I'm gonna teach you how to make a 3-ingredient brownie with sweet potato. Okay? 3 to 4 ingredient brownies with sweet potato. All right? Yay!
Do we want to
So
show
join
this
us.
for now?
Yes, and then while we're showing you this for now, my husband is gonna do it. One last thing, our friends who are in UAE, I wanna again thank you so much. I don't know how you're watching us because there's a huge time difference between here in the United States and over there in Dubai or UAE, whichever part of UAE you're at. But if you have a request, like an American dish that you really want to learn how to cook, please send us a note. All right? Because I want to consider what you would want to see. Cool? Perfect. Okay, one last thing. Here's our Look,
If you
ta-da!
could shift to this phone.
Okay, ours is also done. Despite the low fire. Ta-da! Do you see that? Okay, has anybody tried it? Okay, Darren, because yours is done way ahead. Can you please, Mikhail, let's spotlight Darren one last time. I want to see what he thinks of it. Darren, can you please try it?
The browning looks really good.
Yes.
Awesome. We're just gonna keep it here and soften the meat even more.
Okay, Darren, let me see. Tell me how you like it. Can you try it, please, big guy? Have you tried it yet?
Oh, there you go. There. Oh, look, it's soft. Yay.
Very soft. See, we did that in an hour. Isn't that crazy? That's phenomenal. You like it? Is that something you're going to make again, T?
Probably about the time. One month and I'll be the one that
Yeah, you can do it with your kosher beef, okay? Or chicken next time, right? Perfect.
Thank you. Enjoy it.
And then everybody else, like Dawn and Steve, please give us a photo of how yours turned out.
Yep.
And let us know. Here we go. We're signing off.
Okay.
With one last look, do you want to show them, honey?
Okay. So bear with us. Okay. I need to turn on our camera again.
Oh, you could have just done the pan. Oh,
No,
it's
it's
okay. But thank you so much. We hope you all have a great week ahead. Amika, you're good? Is your beef turning?
Yes, it looks good. It smells
Okay.
good.
So you're good with your brownies as well? You know what to do? 325 for 25 to 30 minutes. There's
Okay,
ours.
There's ours.
Okay? All right. Once again, thank you, everybody.
Okay.
We'll see you. We hope to see more of you next week. This is Chad.
I'm Chad.
Marvie.
Marvie signing off.
Signing off. See you
Enjoy
again.
your Sunday evening, guys.
Bye,
Enjoy your dinner.
everyone.
Bye.